Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Thank you for checking out the Sunday Culture Review. We have two very special guests and a third one on the way going to be joining us today. Of course, we have the ever lovely and I don't know, the exotically located Nina Infinity down there in the beautiful Cancun of Mexico. How are you doing today, Nina? I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, you told me to mute myself. That's what happened. Hi, I'm good. How are you?
All right, I'm great. And then immediately below her is the star of YouTube, the man with just incredible editing skills, and just a brilliant live streamer. His name is John Talks. You may have heard of him. He's a pretty good guy. What's going on, John?
And I did the same. Good to be here, Culture. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate you being here, both of you. You guys, having special guests on is going to be something I'm going to be trying to do with regularity. So you guys are, I'm very thankful that you're both here today. And in case you guys don't know who these people are, I'm going to put the nameplates up on the screen right now. And immediately to my left, your right, is AFK Bard, an incredible creator in her own right when she bothers to create things. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm periodically suppressing my dog as well. So if you see the mute button, it's not just because I'm goofing off over here.
Okay, well, you got to suppress the dog's rights to speak. So I completely understand that. Absolutely. And then below me is, our very own version of Joe Rogan, or the best version possibly of himself. And someone who's, always taking different creative directions. My good friend, Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. What's up, Wes?
Hey, everybody. Well, thanks for having me. What an amazing panel. Got to have the best panel on YouTube for, of course, the best chat on YouTube, which we have. And absolutely. It's great to be here. Looking forward to a great show.
All right. And finally, we have the artist of the fourth wave and, of course, the artist specifically for Rogue Entertainment, a very talented artist and just a cool creator, a guy who makes a lot of noise when he draws. But our very good friend, Mach90. What's up, Mach?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, and welcome back to the Sunday Culture Review for April 11th, 2021. I'm happy to be here with all these great panelists, especially my two heroes on the left side of me, John and Nina.
There you go. Absolutely.
We love you, Machini. Guys, subscribe to Machini. He's got a great channel.
Yeah,
he had a great Instagram, too.
Yep, and an excellent mod, right? He's been modding for you guys for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know who's here in the chat?
Ooh. Well, let's find out. There's a lot of people in the chat. Brightest Day became a member. Thank you for joining us here. I think I said so in the chat. We have Lord Thoth, one of the mod Roddics. What's up, Lord Thoth? Let's see. We've got Paulo Patriot, our very own Greek god, is here. Say hi to him, everyone. And we have, of course, Keely Chow. Keely Chow is here. And Liger Fan. What's going on, Liger Fan? We've got Storyman Jack. What is up, Storyman? It is good to see you, my friend. We have, let's see, so many other folks. Oh, Snortopoopus is here. He says, hello. He likes to say hello to humans. Nia, you want to say hi to people?
I want to say hi to a ray of sunshine in the chat. EVS is in the chat, you guys.
Hail!
Fantastic.
What's up, EVS?
Yeah.
Uncle E. Good to see you.
Uncle E is here.
Uncle E is here. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hi to Shell and Runner, too, because Runner had a birthday stream last night.
Happy birthday, Runner.
Runner. He's still a baby.
I'm so jealous of EVS's check mark.
I just turned 18.
I want one.
Well, we have an up-and-comer here on YouTube, our very own Valiant Renegade, who's also a member of the channel. He is making a storm in growth. He is accelerating up the YouTube path and doing a great job. You should check him out, guys, if you can. Tina Bojan is here. What's up, Tina? She supports everybody. Tina's everywhere. She's so amazing. Plus, she likes the Cubs, so she's pretty cool.
It's true.
Let's see, and of course, as you guys mentioned, we have Runner here, and hey, check it out. It's Six. What's up, Six? It's good to see you. And Roger the Shrubber, guys. Anybody else you guys want to say hi to?
Yeah, my Star Wars, Judicon, sup?
That's right.
And wow, I don't know, everybody. The thing's going too fast. I'm not a pro like you, man.
Oh, all right. Well, you have Keck 44 here, Zachariah 315. We have Bone here. What's up, Bone? What's up, Bone? Eric Winberg sent us a super sticker. Thank you for that, Eric. Let me see if I can find the super sticker that I got sent. It's a little Shiba Inu going, hey. Well, hey, I love those little doggy stickers. Those are my favorite because I have a little doggy, so I like them a lot. I like them a lot. And as everybody mentioned, we do have the man with the check mark. EVS. EVS is here. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's good to see you, man.
Oh, yeah.
He says hi to everybody too. Everybody says hi, Uncle Ethan. So yeah, we have a lot of comics artists in our community, and I am so very proud to support as many of them as I can afford to, because they make better things than we get from the mainstream, and easy to support that kind of creation. So absolutely. Oh my gosh, Ultrastar just launched on Indiegogo. Make sure to back it. Absolutely. Patrick's Thomas Parnell. Yes, check that out, guys. That is definitely something cool to check out. Judicon is here. What's up? We also have our friend Crazy Cat Guy for $3 who's sent us a super sticker. It is also one of my favorite little things in the world. It is one of those little hiya. He's saying hiya, little Shiba Inu dog. I love that. So. Man, you guys, there's so many people in the chat. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. We have several articles to talk about. Did you guys get a chance to look them over? So we've got some. We're all prepared. We're ready to go.
I glanced through some of them. Yeah,
I browsed.
All right. Well, we have to cover the news that kind of may have affected more of us than, and in a bigger way than maybe any of us would have expected. We of course have to talk about the loss of DMX. Now, this actually affects several people in a lot of different ways. He had some iconic pieces of music that were featured in film. Occasionally, you'd hear pieces of his stuff in television, and of course, I don't know who's going to give it to you now that we no longer have DMX. So any thoughts on this, guys? Let's let's start with John. He's right there in the middle, the man in the middle. John, what do you think?
I mean, it's tragic. I think when anybody dies before natural causes, it usually tends to be considered a tragedy. But yeah, it's I know a lot of us grew up with his music, especially in our teenage years. So it's like, I don't know how many times I can recall hanging out with my friends and, DMX was playing in the background because, even white suburban kids, it's like, we just listened to a bunch of hip hop and rap. Yep. And so it's yeah. So, it's just, it sucks. There's really no other way to paint it. I mean, of course,
do you work out with DMX songs on?
I don't know. Now it's going to be even more. I've been hearing his music on the radio more, but see, I don't know if I'm going to want to listen to it now because it's just going to probably bring me a little bit of sadness. But
yeah,
I don't know. It sucks. I mean, even when it's more like that kind of the nostalgia of it, where you don't know somebody personally, you don't know who they are. But I will say the few times I have heard him talk and speak beyond the music, it's like you see an EVS. Yeah, I wish. But well, yeah, I guess it's all relative. But it is what it is. I mean, he'll go down in history as one of I think one of the best, especially for his time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a young time to go, right? Because 50 nowadays is not old. We don't consider that old anymore. And I'm not just saying that because I turned 50 this year, but it is. That's kind of a young age, right? I think I think now you're seeing more and more people die in their late 80s, early 90s, and that seems to be even men who, of course, our lifespans are shorter. There's no equality there, guys. I'm just saying. Yeah. So of course we have the Atlantean in the chat with a super chat here for $5. I appreciate this. The Atlantean. He says, "Hail culture tip of the day. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. Hashtag runner is not a chew toy." Well, that's very true. And now he's an adult, so that's doubly true. Nina, your thoughts on DMX?
Well, I'll echo most of what John said with regards to, because I grew up listening to his music too. I was an angry teenager, so I would listen to a lot of angry rap, and DMX was one of the angriest. So I loved DMX. I have been going down a bit of a rabbit hole with regards to how he died, though. So I don't know if I buy the official narrative. And I know you don't like to get political on this channel, Culture, so I'm not going to go too into it. But there's questions about whether he actually died from
heart attack.
like what caused the heart attack.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And
we don't travel that road, but I know what you're alluding to. So yeah,
I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know if I buy the official narrative, and I think the family is going to pursue something possibly, and they'll probably get a settlement, and then they'll not talk about it anymore.
Well, isn't that a shame? You know, without again diving into politics, which we don't do on my channel. You know, that we can't trust what we're being told without easily any longer, right? It's kind of a shame.
Definitely not.
Yeah. You know what, AFK, let's if you're not, suppressing your dog's free speech at the moment, do you have any thoughts on DMX?
I'm like such an uncool person that like when I listen to music, I'll be like, oh, this is a cool song on the radio, and like I'll like the song. And if someone tells me an artist's name, I'll be like, I don't know that person. But then I'll listen to the music and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I don't know. I probably have heard his music and I probably like his music. I don't know. But I think regardless of who he is, I get the idea that his death was really crap. The way it happened was really crappy, and it would suck for anybody. And it really doubly sucks, I guess, because of the fact that he is such a huge person and that has affected so many people's lives, And I think that regardless of how it happened and why it happened or whatever, I think the most important thing is to just celebrate those people's lives. I know that it's so easy nowadays to always just jump on to like the most negative aspects of somebody after they've passed. Like I know even with like what the Queen's husband just passing, there's all that stuff going around about this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, you know what? You had all those years they were alive to complain about that. And, like, why don't we just take a moment and like look at, the positive impact these people have left, So that I guess is what my response is, like, let's just look at the good and, whatever this person's gone now.
Yeah. Yeah, and wouldn't that be nice if we could just think only positive things about people, despite some of the controversies that he was involved in over time?
Well, I totally agree with you, AFK, especially with regards to DMX. Wait, is AFK still talking?
Yeah, I think AFK's kind of lagged. I think the internet's kind of punishing AFK right now. So
I'm sorry.
she muted.
But I agree with you, because the other night we did a live stream about it on Friday, and that was one of the topics because he had just passed, and I got so many weird comments about DMX and how he's all these negative things, and I was like, there's people that are really affected by his death. Like, I don't understand. Like, even if you don't like somebody, like, you can empathize with people who do like him and who are going through something, and they're kind of like, reflecting and understanding that this man died, and he was quite young, and people like tend to, kind of, be faced with their own mortality and things like that when they see something like that happen. And the fact that they're just kind of like saying the worst, like horrible stuff. I've had to remove comments from my YouTube about him that I was like, or from my comment section, because it's just unnecessary, and it's really savage. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, it's hard, and we get a lot of that, especially when we talk about things like this, and that's okay. Everybody should be able to express their opinion. By the way, Matt G, I wrenched EVS, so he can definitely promote stuff here. That is no problem, my friend. Thanks for the $2 super chat. But yeah, and finally, of course, Wes, your thoughts, because I think we got to leave Makani for last because he's going to have a lot to say.
Yeah. I was a confirmed metalhead, so I've never really been into that kind of music. I do think in a different life, DMX probably could have been in a metal band. If it was like 10 years earlier, because that guy didn't sound like anyone else. He's very growly and just, there's a certain energy that he had. And even though I'm not a fan of that genre of music for the most part, you could tell that he was different. And that he had a very unique sound and a unique way of approaching music. And I can appreciate that. And it's a tragedy that he's gone, because 50, I mean, he could have had many, many years of creativity and creating and connecting with an audience. And it's just unfortunate that that happened. Sometimes, I don't know anything about the stuff that it may not have been what it was with the heart attack, but he did have some demons, and sometimes that for creatives fuels their creativity, and sometimes it destroys you. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And finally, Makani, I know you've said something on several streams about DMX, and I'd like you to round this out so that we can get on to our next couple of subjects, which might be a little bit more happy.
Yeah. With X, it was kind of the same thing. Is that I grew up listening to X in the same way that Nina, John, everybody else here has. And the thing is, and I'm looking in the comments, and you can't deny the fact that X, he spent his entire life fighting his demons. He's had a rough childhood at the start, and it's been something that he's been struggling with throughout his entire life. And it's really just kind of sad to see that he was never finally able to kind of overcome it. Even though there were moments where I was thinking that he finally was able to get his life together, because he was starting to go back into music around the time last year. I grew up I think with X, it hit me. I think it hit me the most this year. Is probably one of the deaths that really meant a lot. Hit me the most just because he was one of my favorite rappers growing up, and I will have a huge catalog of tracks that I think will always be in the main zeitgeist. That will always be popular. He'll always be remembered for. And I also think his contributions to hip hop industry and such will never be forgotten as well. So it definitely hits me personally, losing X like that, and hearing that he passed away, and we were hoping that he would make it through after him being in the him having to go through the overdose and being in the vegetative state. So it hurts. It definitely hits me a little bit more than because he's my favorite rapper. But it also, I will say, it also hit me more because I want to share this. So, we lost X, and I realized that I think this August will mark 20 years since we lost Aaliyah as well. And I love both of those artists to death, and they have so much love. They had so much love for each other as well. So it definitely hit me more personally. So, and I'm happy, at least that way. I'm happy that X can rest easy, and that he's with Aaliyah up there as well as with his grandmother as well. So.
Yeah,
I loved Aaliyah.
Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, that's true. It's been a while. So Roger H, thank you for the super sticker, my friend. I always appreciate your thumbs up sticker. And I'm glad that you're here joining us today. So many people in the chat. 50 is way too young. Jesse's like, you only had a couple of popular songs. I think you're talking like, top 20 probably is what you're referring to. I think Glinzer's right. I think Def Jam Vendetta is probably going to jump in price for sure if you're out targeting those old things. DMX says my favorite, Ethan says my favorite DMX song is What These Bitches Want. Yeah, there you go.
Mine too.
Definitely buy Mandy's book for sure. Latino Slant says Pinche speaks. Okay. All right. Oh wow! EVS, it was my wedding song. Well, awesome, EVS. I'm sure that was that was wow. walking down the aisle to that. Or strolling, strutting. What are you doing?
Left Eye is another one that was gone too soon.
Yeah.
Malia, Left Eye.
Left Eye was, I think Left Eye we lost. Oh, Left Eye died a year later after Aaliyah, if I remember.
You know who also died at 50?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
It seems like rock stars are, either die at like 27 or 50.
Oh, well, explain Keith Richards.
I don't know what age he died at.
It's that idea that if you just get a little bit of each poison, you get a little bit more immune to it. And he's just had so much in his lifetime that he's good for forever.
Yeah. Well, let's and thank you. Yeah, that was a beautiful.
Oh, you're talking Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones, yeah. Keith
Oh,
Richards.
yeah. I know those guys are still going strong.
Yeah, they're going to be 100. Why are you still alive?
It's a basic advantage that rockers have over rappers. That pact with the devil.
Right.
Well, you see a lot of them go early though too, which is, but I don't know. Seems to be part of what comes along with the biz sometimes. I guess it's the drug, sex, and rock and roll, right? One of them are going to kill you.
Well, there you go. Well, so far nothing's taken out the Stones, but hey,
that's true.
Wes, you made a good point that X probably would have been perfect doing, heavy metal as well, or rap metal.
His vocal style is so suited for that.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Well, let's move on. We have something to laugh at, I think. When the mainstream of the mainstream, the people that actually provide articles for the newspapers, are making fun of something, it's really bad. And of course, I'm talking about Thunder Force, guys. Have you seen Thunder Force?
Or like yet? Thunder Thighs.
I have not, but I saw a Critical Drinkers review of it yesterday.
Oh yeah, Drinker went to town on this, didn't he? I have to say the trailer did not make this appealing to me. John,
why wouldn't you find this appealing? What's not appealing about it?
Melissa McCarthy is about as funny as an oil spill in the Gulf, and several other elements of this is just really bad storytelling. Hey, look, it's Tom from Midnight's Edge. What's up, Tom?
What's up, Tom?
How you kids doing?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
What up? Hola.
Yeah. No, it's great. I think I'm doing well. We're talking about a film that I know you're going to love, Tom. Thunder Force. The
vibe that this movie screams is little Timmy's mom is trying to be really cool. Because these are just like they scream like 10-year-old parent moms, and they're like, "We're cool. Look at us. We're superheroes." Like, I don't know. Like, that's just the picture I get. And then I've seen the trailer, and it's just so much worse. And I don't know. I don't know why. Why was this even a thing? Like, I mean, like, is this kind of like is the level of kind of like, I don't know if there are Adam Sandler fans that are still out there for the
Me.
stuff.
I love Adam Sandler.
Oh, that's hot.
I'm sorry. I'm just this stuff at least has better quality. Like this feels like someone had an idea and no humor whatsoever went into it. Adam Sandler has ideas and his stuff might be insane, but at least there's something to it. This is just like an empty shell. I in my opinion.
I can't believe you just said there's something to Adam Sandler comedies. I mean,
man,
it's they get up and they move around and there's some action in them.
Right.
This is like they're strutting. Their stunt doubles do everything else, like everything, right?
I get Ghostbusters 2016 vibes from this.
Yes, that's it.
If I had to title this, I would title it. If I just saw the picture, it would be Attack of the Karens.
I was thinking Thunder Thighs, but
no,
that's true.
Well, they got the Thunder part right.
Well, of course. Well, let's be real. What is this movie other than fat lady falls down, says something funny, Melissa McCarthy probably does something gross, farts, the end. Is there anything more than that to this movie?
No. Nina, go ahead.
EVS asks an amazing question. If I put these ladies on either side of a barbell, do you think you could press it, John?
What's that? No, I couldn't.
Wow.
That's probably about 500 pounds at least.
That's like 600 pounds.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, John, you're being a little generous there, buddy.
I probably am.
This is coming from the fat kid.
Well, you don't know how tall they are.
For what it's worth, I have no idea what's going on with this movie. I just saw I saw Christy post about it and was like, this movie's so dumb. And I was like, if Christy is saying this movie's dumb, this must be like just the dumbest movie that's ever been made. I don't know what's going on. Why is Hollywood just making shit? Like, it's just they have nothing
these
going
people
on.
have their pulse on what people want. I mean, this is just it's obvious.
Finger on the pulse. Yeah, the finger.
Like who? Like what is this movie even about? Like Thunder Force? This sounds
No.
No, it's what Tom said. His explanation was spot on. What it will be.
I mean, all I could think of now was that scene in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back when Ben Affleck's like, "This is your pulse. This is your finger. Clear the fuck back up here with your thumb up your ass, as far away from your pulse as you can be."
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that says it all. Nancy, thank you very much for the $5 super chat with the bacon, which I love bacon. I had bacon this morning. Bacon is the perfect food. I think it's the perfect food. I'm willing to
out of
fight.
the oven before the stream.
I think I'm willing to fight for that. I think I'm willing to fight for bacon. I don't know. Anybody else strong thoughts on bacon?
It's good.
I think it's worth the pig sacrifice. It's amazing. More bacon for everyone.
I'm a fat kid. I like bacon.
I'm a fan of Kevin Bacon.
All right.
I like Canadian bacon.
Yeah, Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon's good.
That's okay.
We call that ham here.
Exactly. That's what I like. I like ham.
Glinzer is not wrong. That was a lot of spandex.
That is index.
Yeah.
It's just who wants to watch this movie? Like, I don't even know how people watch.
Who's it made for?
Yeah, like
think about it.
who is this made for?
It wasn't made for us.
Well, clearly that.
Glinzer, I think you're right. When they eat, they use thunder forks. That's probably true.
Estimated box office. What do you think this movie's going to pull?
It's straight to Netflix.
It's straight to
Yeah.
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Netflix original.
Yeah, so, John. Not only because my first question was, this thing is never going to make it in theaters, right?
It's never going to get off the ground. Like they
Well,
can.
which is
Oh my
funny because I
God.
remember when it was announced like almost 2 years ago. I thought it disappeared. I thought maybe it just never got finished. And I'm like, oh, it's out.
Melissa McCarthy's production company made this with her husband Falcone, right? And this is like the fourth or fifth time that they put something together between the two of them.
Because that's the only way he can get work.
Maybe that's true.
No, I'm not kidding. I don't think he's done anything but work on her movies.
Wow.
And it's kind of frustrating when you think about how much money these actors were paid to just stand there or like to deliver the most ridiculous lines and for something like this. Like, and there's like really quality, like written stuff that never even gets to like that point. You know, like there's so many great fan things out here on the internet that should be made into movies. And then you look at that and you're like, wow, how much money did Melissa McCarthy get paid just for that day alone to deliver just a handful of lines for part of that movie alone? So that's probably the most frustrating thing for a lot of these things that are coming out nowadays. It's just like, when I look at it on that level, it's just like, what an absolute black hole of money.
You mean you don't want to see the other 2-3 hours of deleted improvisation that's probably on the cutting room floor?
Oh
like
God, no. I would watch the Star Wars holiday special at like on end for a week straight if I could guarantee that they never made a movie like that ever again with like Melissa McCarthy and stuff like that. I'd be totally down with that. I would throw myself on that grenade if that could happen.
Okay, I'm gonna cancel myself and I'm gonna make a fat joke. The black hole comment that you made was really accurate because the gravitational, yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, Bruce, that's a brilliant observation. The only thing it's missing is Amy Schumer.
Oh God.
Thank you, Bruce.
Did anyone actually watch this movie on this panel? AFK, did you watch it?
I only saw the trailer. And it killed me enough inside. I couldn't do it to myself.
Oh, it's out now?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob watched it.
Did he? Okay. Did he say
What?
it was like terrible?
I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, so he got pulled into the black hole as well.
I think he
Hopefully
committed
it's
very
okay.
serious.
Man, I would never watch that. But there are some films out there that are worth seeing. At least there are audiences that think that there are films out there worth seeing. And we've actually just had one of them. Godzilla versus Kong. It domestically, although the box office dropped off a little bit because as time goes on, the legs run out on a property. But you're looking at $69.5 million. So
69, baby. 69.
Nice.
Doing pretty well. You have of course the worldwide global box office doing rather well for this film. We have the numbers here that they provide to us pretty much daily, and they're feeling like this thing's going to do pretty well. I don't know, Tom. Have you heard where you think this thing's going to end up? Because you and I had some conversations about that earlier on.
Overall or just in the U.S.?
Let's talk globally, and then we can grind it down to domestic.
Well, what did it make this last weekend globally? Because I know I did the 69, or it's up to 69 U.S. wise, but did another 13? That's for the weekend.
Yeah,
I went to the theater here, so I'm part of that market because I'm in Mexico. So I'm in the international situation.
This is pretty good for COVID times.
Oh yes.
Well, it's the best film so far, I think. Is there one that's been released globally that's done better? I don't think so.
No. It's done 137 million overall. If it wasn't for what was going on right now, this would be $1 billion movie easy.
Yeah, because as of a couple days ago, or man, now, a week ago, it had done over 285 million. I'm trying to pull up the latest numbers. So, but after seeing this a couple of times, I enjoyed it both times. Turning off my brain, just having some good old fashioned popcorn fun. Is there anybody on the panel that hasn't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I won't see it, but I guess I'll put myself as I haven't seen
Wait,
it.
Makini, did you just say you won't see it?
Are you boycotting Godzilla?
I'm not. Oh wait. Oh, we're talking about Thunder Force. Never mind. Sorry. No, I haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong.
Wow.
Sorry.
Are you baiting?
I just canceled myself. Sorry.
Jesus, Makini.
He's baiting.
I haven't seen any of the live action stuff except for that the 1999 one with Matthew Broderick. So I do want to see this just out of context. Everybody's like, you should watch the other one and this one and that one. I'm like, I want to kind of see it from like just an outsider's point of view to see if it makes sense of itself. Because I feel like a lot of movies nowadays rely too heavily on if you saw this one, then it'll make more sense.
You don't need to see the other movies. They're not. There's nothing really happening. I mean, that you're going to be missing in this movie if you don't see it.
I just want to see my guys punch faces, and I don't know.
That's what it's all about.
Monsters, but my favorite is Mothra, so I want to see a Mothra at some point. So
that one's the last
King of
movie.
the Monsters
and King of the Monsters.
Oh man, I might actually have to go see that one then. Dang it. So there you go.
Wayne. The Chaos Walking was a huge box office failure. But just for fun, I pulled up the article from this is going to be delayed a little bit, but this is from the numbers. So we're looking at 357,800,000.
So it's going to probably wind up around 500 maybe when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
which easily means it would have been $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
Oh, their international's nice.
What did Tenet do?
I think it settled around 250 altogether or something like that.
Okay.
Close to it.
Yeah,
that was definitely a disappointment. Actually 363 worldwide.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
For
I would
Tenet.
say it wouldn't be much of a fight though between Tenet and the Godzilla, because I mean, there's the whole knowing of what Godzilla is that draws people to the theater in the first place too. It's like you see the trailer poster for Tenet and you're like, oh, okay, there's that movie, or Godzilla.
Well, I mean, Christopher Nolan's movies have made some serious bank. You know, when you look at Inception, you know, I mean, he's going to be around basically Tenet would have did twice as much, I think, if I think Tom's like spot on with the idea. Like, I think Godzilla would probably make twice as much as it will finish out, but it is
like
what
if
it is.
Like if the theaters were actually open, it would make a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
the big
saying,
difference though is Godzilla versus Kong is selling out everywhere. Like there's a lot of people who haven't been able to get in.
Sure.
So, but the other side though is all the overspill is probably just signing up for HBO Max. But from what I heard, Legendary was pissed. They're so mad about all the money that was left on the table, and that's probably why Dune is not going to come to HBO Max day and date.
Yeah, and that's Nolan's company, right?
Legendary. I don't know if it's his company, but he's worked
China
for them
owned
before. Yeah, I mean
China.
they're the ones that produce like the first couple, the Man of Steel and I think BBS, and I think they did his.
I think they did Jurassic
Batman
World
trilogy. They're all over the place. They used to have a deal with Warner, and then they went away, and then now they do a few things with Warner, like the Godzilla versus Kong universe and a few other things, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Tenet would have done so much better if it had just waited to release. But they used it as a canary in the coal mine, and it backfired.
Well, a lot of that was because Nolan refused to release it on streaming, and B, he wanted it in theaters before the end of the year, so it would be up for an Oscar nomination. That's why.
Neither of those really worked out.
No, not really.
No.
Oh, you know what? Let's go back in time. I guess I missed this because we were scrolling around and everybody kind of dropped in all at once. Ironcaster for $5 asked us a question. Panel, you can pick either only watch Melissa McCarthy films or Adam Sandler films for the rest of your lives. Which would you rather watch forever?
That's easy.
That's easy.
Easy. Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Even though only his first 5 or 6 movies are good, yeah. At least he's got a few good ones.
I would watch those 5 or 6 movies over and over.
Exactly.
Melissa McCarthy movie.
I just might stop watching movies altogether.
I think the only Melissa McCarthy movie I ever liked was St. Vincent with her and Bill Murray in it.
I love that movie.
And that's because she's not playing her normal shtick.
Yes, totally. Tom.
She's just playing a typical single mother struggling, like it's a straight up drama, kind of more dramedy-ish than it is.
That's a great movie, though.
Do I have the option of blowing my brains out?
Hey, but you look at it this way: you've got like Adam Sandler has at least Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer. A few of those earlier ones are pretty good. At least.
Punch Drunk Love. If you want to see the best Adam Sandler.
And then you've got his dramatic stuff too.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Gobbler?
And say that if you choose Melissa McCarthy's, you have to watch all of the outtakes though. All the extra
Yeah, that includes, Ghostbusters 2016 as well.
I'd rather hear Zippity-Doo 100 times. No thanks.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Is this Purgatory? Is that what that would be? It's like you just wind up in a room with nothing but Melissa McCarthy movies. It's just playing on a loop.
Oh my god, that
And
sounds like hell.
you can't turn down the sound or anything.
Don't do that to humans, man. That's not cool.
No.
Yeah, Makini.
I was gonna say, you saying that, it was like, yeah, no, Ab Sandler all the way. Even if it means I have to watch Jack and Jill or Pixels or
Oh gosh.
You know what pisses me off about Pixels and Click is there are good movies.
I like Click. Yeah.
Oh, Click. Here's the thing: is it used to be called Remote Control, and it was one of those scripts that was like one of those famous unproduced scripts for years. Like Jim Carrey and a few other people were attached to it at one point. Robin Williams, that kind of a thing. And when Adam Sandler got a hold of it, he just made an Adam Sandler movie.
Adam Sandler.
Oh wow, we missed something from Mega Jetty too. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry. This thing skips down all the time, and you're 100% right. This is the Ghostbusters 2016 of super horror films. This is how we know that the genre may have, jump the shark, right? So to
I thought
speak.
you just said super whores. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
that's what I heard
Well, it's a
too.
super
I'd pay to
horror
see
film.
that.
Did I say
Only a super horror
You
film.
said
Super
super
horror.
whores.
Oh,
At least
All
they're
right.
pushing the envelope a little bit.
I mean, yeah, push the envelope. Yeah, exactly.
Freudian slip.
Name of your
Freudian
next
slip.
porno film.
Freudian
Yeah,
slip.
right.
And I'm so glad Tom
A
is
porn
here.
star gets superpowers. Somebody's
Oh.
gonna do that. Has yet to be
Come
done.
on, it's good.
By night, they're the ladies of the night, but by day, they're super whores.
So does anybody really want them to do that one where Melissa McCarthy accidentally gets super porn powers and has to do that? Does anybody really?
I wasn't thinking of Melissa McCarthy.
I wasn't thinking they'd be in it. I was thinking some hot ladies would be in it.
Yeah.
Maybe more like Jenny McCarthy in her prime or something. But
yes,
Right.
there we go.
Kinsey. We want Kinsey in this.
Jesse's kind of right, though. They already did make Orgasmo.
that's
It
true.
was so good. It was so good. Tom, please say this.
Greetings, my excellent friends.
Thank you, Martin Acosta Santana. I love that every time. Look, Stumhard Eisenkeel is here and says it's really, really bad. All right. Well, I didn't know we'd be talking about Thunder Force that long. I thought that would be something we could make fun of and move on. But yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, that's probably saying the best I could possibly say, and saying that it's Ghostbusters version of a superhero film. I'd say that's probably right. But we do, you know what? I like that idea of super horror. Somebody write that down.
The best trick is you'll never get chlamydia.
John's gonna
again.
edit it now. John's gonna edit like a super whores commercial, and it's gonna be amazing.
Super whores coming this summer from Disney.
I'll let somebody else do that.
Will it be better or worse than Stripperella?
Oh, here, $5 from Terminus S. Good to see you, Terminus. Haven't seen you in a bit, man. I hope everything's going good with you. Says Kong would throw his poop at Godzilla, but I tell you, Kong ain't got shiz on him. I don't have the sound effect, or I'd be
I
playing.
get it.
I love Terminus. He's great. I don't know how he puts that stuff together pretty quickly, so it's a lot of fun. And definitely check out Mead Radio, guys. Check it out. Take my money. M. Dastardly, I'm assuming that's for the Super Horrors film. So I think I'm all over that. See, look, we have lots of fans here for Super Horrors. So this looks like it's going to do.
Hologram Nunchuck said Bat Tom and Super Horse team up.
Oh, that would be so great. You know what? That would be a good Bat Tom commercial right there, I think. Yeah. Interesting commercial. Absolutely. Stripperella was a stripper who fought crime. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Super Justice Whores, SJWs. Wow, thank you, Glenver. Thank you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Can SJWs be whores though?
I don't know.
Who's gonna?
Oh, hell yeah, they can. Mm-hmm. Can't kink shame, remember?
They're whores of abstinence.
Brightest Day at Third said Axel Braun has the whole super horror genre covered already.
They have created so many sexual orientation and genders. Do you realize how hard it's going to be for a lot of them to try and find their complete companion? Like, that's the problem. Is I think that's why they constantly talk about, you know, what's between somebody's legs and who they want to fuck, because they can't find anybody to fuck. You know, there's not that many trans African American Asian midget strippers out there that, you know.
Hey, there's only one Michelle Obama, and she's already taken.
Oh my god!
Oh, gay.
Damn.
The stripper friends.
I
love all you people. You are so twisted. It's so great. I
was thinking it, but I didn't say it, Wes. Damn.
I wasn't thinking
Hey,
it.
that's what I'm here for.
See, Cecil is love. Cecil is life. Back cash grab. Did it finally close?
I think it closed.
Did it close?
Let me check.
Tonight is the last night, he told me. It ends tonight
He
at midnight.
says that every night. Like, what does he do?
It ends
like,
tonight at midnight. That's all I know.
That's perfect.
I swear,
That's how
every
you do.
midnight he like extends it another 24 hours, and he's like,
It's
"Tonight
never
is the
gonna
last
end,
night.
Nina. That's
Tonight
the
is the
whole
last
point.
night."
Yeah. It's always the last night. That's how you that's how you sell. You put a ticking clock on it.
It's like
you know?
it's like when I used to live in Vancouver, we had this like furniture shop next to my house, and it's always like had this like going out of business sale. And so you'd always go there, and like they would never go out of business. It was just always like going out of business sale, and then like 3 years later, they're still going out of business sale.
We're just barely hanging in there.
That's actually the name of the company, is going out of business.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a joke from Don't Mess with the Zohan, right? That was an Adam Sandler film.
You don't mess
That
with the
was-
Zohan.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, that was one of his
Keely Chow says 10 million is nothing compared to the 15 million that Brie Larson was paid to reprise her role as Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel 2.
That's
Yeah,
what happens when you
yeah.
pay him $5 million for the first film.
Yeah. Yeah, and it made $1 billion, guys. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, there's only one left, by the way. Bye now. Thank you, Snortopoopas. Yeah, that's all that's left in Cash Grab. Just one more.
If you don't get Cash Grab by midnight tonight, you're missing out on the greatest comic book of all time.
That's true. That's true.
That was
You actually
a
sound
great
Cecil.
Cecil impression. Wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
Cecil, is that you?
I can channel him. I know it's weird.
Wait, here we go. Warner paid $10 million to Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins because they said WW84 would make $1 billion. Now they will pay the same for those responsible for GVK because it is clear he would make $1 billion. Yeah, I think
Well,
Andre
it depends on whose deals have what, but yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to say this one last time. If there were like 3 humans in all of these monster films, I would be so much happier than the 1 billion humans they shoved in this last film. And that's it.
I agree. And you know what else? Like, take out the kids. Like, I'm tired of kids just constantly surviving these monster movies. Either kill them off or just don't have them on screen. There needs to be some consequences.
So you
one
want to see
exception.
kids get killed?
Yeah, it's just like when we had that discussion about Jurassic Park, like they needed to be
The
eaten.
kids never get it.
It's just
So, like, that's my thing. I was like, unless there's like some sort of realistic story element that has a kid there, like I don't understand why there are kids in all these movies. Like the very first Jurassic Park movie, they were annoying, but story wise, it was like, okay, cool. He had his family come over. He's trying to like make it. Well, I can excuse it. But what's with all these kids and everything? Like, is it we have to have this innocence?
they want to make it like family friendly. So it's like all these kids are there, so you can take your kids to this movie because they're never gonna die. And
So you have
and
something
Well,
to
it's like the
relate to on
kids,
screen.
the kids get to imagine themselves,
That's it,
vicariously in that role. So
It's so
Right.
they can relate to it because that's all they think about is if you can relate to
if
something.
you can
on
relate
screen.
to it. And
Yeah.
Was I wrong as a kid growing up? Because I did not like Shortstop in the Indiana Jones movie. Like, there's other
No, there's
characters
nothing
that
wrong
I
with that.
Short round. Yeah.
in these movies
Short
when
round.
I was a kid. So I'm like, why?
No, I agree with you. It's silly because most kids they want characters they look up to.
Yeah, we want to be Indiana Jones. We don't want to be Shortstop, or Short Round or whatever.
Short round.
Yeah, I keep saying the wrong one. Sorry, but yeah,
I'm never going to think about
You'll
short
have the
round,
exception
not
like Explorers and Goonies and stuff like that once in a while, but even then, still, most even like young adults tend to gear towards more like teenager adult stories.
Mhm.
And even as a kid, you don't want to read a story, generally that's that. Like, when you get to that certain age, you want to read like adventure stories and stuff like that. Or if you're, into romance stories or whatever, you don't want to read This Little Pig Went to Market type shit.
Well, I just feel like they need consequences. Like if there was a monster movie that like a kid got killed in, I would be like,
Jaws.
oh, I would want to watch that. Like
That's
I'd be
true.
like, okay, there's a consequence to being
Jaws
in
has
this
0
environment.
fucks to give. He will eat kids.
Exactly. Like I love that. Like I want a monster to not like a movie doesn't discriminate about who's around. Like, oh, we can't kill these people because they're in whatever
Jaws is
category
just like
of monster.
appetizer.
Exactly.
Oh, looks
and
like
the
Meg-
blood too. The blood in that scene.
Have you seen the deleted version of that scene?
No,
It's
I
on
haven't.
YouTube. Oh man, they had a cannon of blood shooting up out of the water.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
They had to
Oh my
cut it out.
God.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
hardcore.
I love that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like the deleted scene is on YouTube, the whole uncut version of his death, and it's pretty gruesome.
I don't hate kids, guys. People in the chat are like, Nina really hates kids. I don't hate kids. I just want consequences in movies.
It does add a certain reality to, like, definitely another layer of reality to a movie. Like when that kid when he gets killed in Jaws, like the film feels a lot realer because that would be something that would just happen in real life. Like these monsters or, a shark doesn't discriminate.
No.
Like,
well, what's the worst part is that the mayor's the bigger monster than the shark. That's the whole point of the film,
Sure.
Is that he allows the beaches to keep being opened or forces it to be open and stuff like that, allowing more people to get killed.
John Beck.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
My problem isn't so much when kids are in movies in general, so much. I mean, like if you can give a good explanation, fine. I mean, I kind of agree with Nina. Like in the first Jurassic Park, they were pushing it. The second one, especially with the little kid hiding out in the fucking trailer, I didn't like that bit. But you
don't like the gymnastics? Where
no,
kicks
that's the only.
As a kid, I was like, "That's bullshit, man."
You know what?
That raptor would have freaking ate her leg.
You know
like would have freaking bit her leg and took her down and killed her.
Exactly.
Is I always stick up for Lost World, but that is my one point of contention with that film. Is why that kid is there. That is so stupid.
Well, okay, if you had to pick one fault between, so you got the gymnastic girl, or you got the boy from the third who catches Tyrannosaurus pee somehow, and he uses it as
we don't talk about the third movie.
Grenade bombs. Just saying.
Excuse me? What?
Liked the third movie.
Yeah, no, there's the third. The third movie has a boy who gets separated from his family, and he learns to survive. And he catches dinosaur pee in jars and uses it to control where dinosaurs go on the. So
it's to ward off the
6-year-old way better.
It's to ward off his sin, but yeah.
Okay.
So
okay then. Well, Cal G says I think T2 is going to implement a kid into a mature story.
That's a decent version. The one that's the worst is the Mummy 2. Why the fuck would you take your kid?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, even you want to talk about Kong, like the recent Kong versus Godzilla with the kid in that. It's like there's no way you would put a kid in that, in a dangerous situation like that.
That lady was like the worst character because first of all, she didn't realize that Kong was able to speak. After,
I like that character.
Like the lady.
Well, I didn't mind her. So, I liked the little girl. I didn't mind her that part. I didn't mind their characters so much. The characters I hated were the carryovers from the last film. Millie Bobby Brown.
And I hated those
from
too.
Deadpool 2 and the podcast guy. You can cut their whole bit out of the movie, and you wouldn't.
I agree. No, but I'm talking.
Sure.
I like the little girl too, but the lady that took care of her, like her adopted mom, she was like useless. Because I'm like, you don't know that Kong is able to speak, but you've been training it for like God knows how long, and like you have no idea like what's going on. You know how to speak sign language, and I don't know, she was just like the worst mom. I was like, what are you doing? And she's like putting her kid, like, why would you take the kid with you at all? Like, it's gonna die, maybe.
Well, probably because they have a close relationship or a bond. Maybe.
They had to, because I know it's a really shitty reason, but it's because she's the only one who could talk to Kong or would listen to. Kong would listen to, because he didn't trust nobody else. That's what he said flat out. He don't trust anybody but her.
Yeah, and Ironcaster's right. Maximum Overdrive, which is awesome, it killed a ton of kids. The steam.
Wait, what movie is this?
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
He didn't get run over with a lawnmower and shit. Yeah.
No, the kids. Sorry.
It wasn't a kid.
They killed a kid in Stand By Me. Yeah.
No, the kids in Maximum Overdrive were pelted by the cans in the Pepsi maker, and then
that was the coach.
Steamroller was something else, I think.
Yeah, well, there was the steamroller, but I thought or maybe it was the dog that the lawnmower got.
Oh,
I thought that was RC Cola.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, the Coke machine or the RC machine started spitting out cans, and I remember that.
Tom, isn't Maximum Overdrive? Didn't it just get a 4K redo?
Not a 4K, but it got a It's straight 2K, but it
Oh,
got
is
a
it?
special edition though from
Okay. All right.
can't
I've
remember the company.
never heard of this movie. Why is
You
the Green
haven't?
Goblin? No, why is the Green
Great.
Goblin an evil truck? What's happening?
Oh, you need to see this movie. It is
Oh,
glorious.
Awesome.
It is gloriously bad.
It is.
What? No
so
way.
good.
Well,
So
I mean, yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that's so bad it's good. It's Stephen King directing a movie so hopped up on cocaine he has no fucking clue what's going on.
But
It's very entertaining. It has a good soundtrack.
Great soundtrack from AC/DC, good cast, batshit crazy story.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like if that was ever on TV and I came across it, it was just staying on TV. Like you couldn't change the channel afterwards. You're like, yep, that movie, we're watching it.
Yep.
You got
Curtis,
like
don't
Emilio
make me a widow on my wedding night.
Yeardley Smith, yeah, the voice of Lisa, and then you got like Emilio Estevez is the main guy, and then you got even Pat Hingle's in it, and God, there's all kinds of other people in it. But yeah, it's
Yeah, it was. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. But
It's
the John
fun.
Beck, the John Beck for $5 super chat says, and especially these days when kids aren't allowed out on their own. In the '80s, we roamed the streets like packs of wild, screaming idiots. Yes.
No shit. As long as you were home before dark.
That's right. If you are home before the street lights come on, you were safe.
Yep.
If the street lights came on in your neighborhood, you were toast.
Yeah,
See, that's right.
That's another thing. You know, I could hear my mom yelling for me like 2 blocks away. I don't know.
See, that's why I liked, for example, in Stranger Things, like the first season, I liked that. I think it would have been better if she had actually died in the end and they didn't make a season 2. Like it would have been a way better story and like series if like at the end of season 1, Elle was gone and then like that's it. Because it gives you consequences about and it makes you want to watch. It gives you rewatchability. It gives you everything. And then they just fucking shat it all over it because
Yeah.
everyone's got to survive now.
Draw me a nunchuckosaurus, like one of your French girls.
Oh, and I have to agree. I mean, the chat's on fire right now. You guys, I can't even keep up with you all. You're so great, so great. Willy's Wonderland. Have anybody seen this this trailer with Nick Cage?
Oh, I've seen the trailer, but I haven't seen the movie. But I know a few people have seen the movie, and they've said it's one of those crazy ass movies.
I haven't seen it.
Nicolas Cage doesn't have one line in the entire movie.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm actually interested.
I'm intrigued.
I have no idea
intrigued.
if it was just one of those things that he decided he was going to play a mute character, or if he gets paid less because he doesn't have any lines. I have no idea.
This is the movie they made that's basically a Five Nights at Freddy's, but he plays a janitor and he can't talk. I've heard about this. I actually really want to see it now.
Yeah, it's out on VOD, and the DVD and stuff are up for pre-sale now, I think.
I'll have to look it up. Bruce Lombardo for $4.99 says Ted Knight impersonation needed. Okay, Tom, here we go.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Super Justice Wales.
At the Hall of Justice.
Mary.
Yeah, the new Equalizer show. I did one review on that.
You'll get nothing and you'll like it.
Yeah. God, what Ted Knight, so great. That show was awesome. I watched laughing. I laughed watching the new Equalizer show. Yes, I think many people did, including me.
I didn't know it was meant to be a comedy.
What
even.
station is that? Or like
CBS or
CBS.
Okay, that makes complete sense to me. Like CBS, honestly, everything that's been on TV for like the last 10 years, I swear that makes money, is aimed at really old people who like NCIS. I swear to God, that show has been on for ages. The same people have been watching it since the first season, and they've been like my grandparents' age. Like I swear to God, the shows they love. So they're totally down for like someone who walks around like the Equalizer and gets things done, but doesn't really, does she? Like she just kind of stands around and looks tough, right? And then she's got like maybe a kick or two. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's hard to say. Like I said, I never really. I knew I was never really going to get into it. The original series, which I believe aired on NBC all those years ago, was very good. When they rebooted it as a movie franchise with Denzel Washington, it was freaking awesome. And then they did this.
I still haven't watched the Denzel Equalizer. I need to probably watch that at some point.
Yeah, Denzel's awesome in every role.
It's awesome. It is awesome.
I've yet to see him do something I haven't enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. So, yeah, and this is the truth. I wish, I Robert Mobley. I wish kids still roam the streets in packs, not in a creepy way, of course. No, do you realize how much outside time we all had as kids? It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember.
It's just like the parents give you breakfast, open the door, and then say, "Come back for dinner." And then, like, you just disappear. Or it'll be like, I'm having dinner at my friend's house. Okay, well, then come back for bed. You know, and so, like, they just didn't give a crap. I know that probably kind of sounds probably bad for some people with parents nowadays. But honestly, it's just like, I can't imagine how anyone would notice a kid was missing for the longest time back.
Now it's the other end of the spectrum. Now
Yes.
it's like you got these helicopter parents that are, the kid can't go, they can't leave the house. Like,
Well, they're spying on their kids too, because they have like the phone trackers and everything. So, because now kids have like smartphones, and parents are like, I'm just gonna see where they go.
Yeah, you can track your kids, your car, or any number of other things. So, Snowdub, thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. It says, Hail Culture. Much love from the COD Connection. Well, much love to you, my friend. I had a lot of fun last night hanging out over there. That's always a lot of fun, guys, to hang out over on Snowdub's channel. If you're not subscribed and haven't checked it out, do so. It can be a lot of fun.
Were you a puppet?
Last night I was a puppet. Last night for a little while there was a puppet, so it was fun.
Were you a puppet?
Briefly.
Oh, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, briefly. Yeah, here we go. Glenzer with the good idea. Equalizer and Thunder Force team up. It's got to happen.
Oh my god.
Oh, you mean the Queen Latifah Equalizer?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy Coleman found John Tox. What's up, Jeremy Coleman?
What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you.
And all of the detective shows are one show. Yes, they are. So much so now that, of course, maybe some of you have already noticed, but you're getting more NCIS and CSI shows like we had 20 years ago. Getting more.
They just feel so formulaic. It's like you see one, you've seen them all. I just never could get into them.
My mom was so into the CSI when we started, like, she watched the first one, and then she was like, oh, David Caruso's going to be in the Miami one. So we had to start watching that. And then they got that other guy in like the new, and like they just kept trying. Did they stop and just keep with one after a while, or how many different CSI ones are there now?
There's many, and like I said, William Peterson is rebooting the original CSI Vegas. So it's being redone.
What does that sound?
Oh, that's Makini.
Oh.
Makini's moving stuff around on his drawing table. So, check out The Mighty Quinn. It is an early Denzel movie that was great. It showed his sexy and intense side. Thank you, Thanatos.
Very sexy.
Called the Smolder.
The Smolder. Dude, that is the one move in the reboot of Jumanji that The Rock does that I thought was really funny because it's a callback to his wrestling days. I was like, the Smolder.
Yeah, that was good. There's
So
like a new weird Jumanji coming out, but it's not really Jumanji, but it's like the same movie, and it has The Rock in it. What is that called? Top?
Oh no, there's a new thing coming out called Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Not
not Jungle Book.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it's based on the Disney attraction that they're busy destroying right now by removing, elements of it that were there since the beginning.
Yeah, and it looks exactly the same as this new one, Jumanji, but not really.
Yeah. I promise you, Lorraine and I will be talking about that extensively on the Welcome to Florida stream tonight because neither of us are super happy with what Disney's doing lately. And you know what? We're not alone. So,
there's another movie that's going to be like, oh, here's a bunch of kids where there's, they all survive and nothing happens.
Yeah, and memes. This was so
Tina
true.
just wants to kill your children, folks.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I just want consequences. I'm tired of
I
all
had
these. I'm
consequences.
tired of all these PG movies.
Don't let
Like-
Nina babysit your kids.
She just wants
No.
dead kids. Dead kids. That's all Nina wants.
It's everywhere. Dead kids, piles
Not
of them.
true.
Did you hear it, Studios?
Stack them like cordwood. Stack them like cordwood.
not
That's what Nina
true.
is. For $5, Terminus S, thank you, friend. Again says, after the fight, the city not only has to clean up the debris, but deal with all the poops Kong's been throwing around. Too much monkey business.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do they actually kind of like show the fallout of like the battles and such, and
Kinda,
then
sorta.
like cleaning up afterwards?
Well, not to
The
clean up afterwards, because the movie kind of ends right after the final battle, but
Does Godzilla like have radioactive poop?
probably.
So they don't. So it's not like Man of Steel where it's just like you have this huge battle that destroyed the entire city, and then the next day they put up the Daily Planet building.
So you say
Honestly,
it has a shitty ending? No, sorry.
What
I was gonna
movie
say,
has a
honestly,
shitty
I don't think
Okay.
half as many buildings got destroyed in Godzilla versus Kong that did in Man of Steel, but
Okay.
and I think they actually evacuated like a bunch of the city too. There's like a throwaway line in there somewhere, if I remember right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're exactly right, Tom. And you know what? I thought it was kind of neat, the fight in Hong Kong at the end, but but it does show that there's a lot of chaos and destruction. So,
It was a fun movie. I mean, really, in the end.
The Banana Splits, if you guys remember that, was also
Yeah,
made into an evil animatronics movie like Willy's. I did not know this. I'll have to go look that up.
Yeah, I brought it up when that trailer first dropped like a couple months back. But, yeah. No,
The
it's
Banana
just
Splits was a fantastic movie. All right.
I don't know about that, but
Latino Slant for $1.99. Check out our man, Latino
you
Slant.
got a problem, Mister? You come in here, you tell me. Orale, vato, what's happening?
Cancel Spanish.
Uh-oh.
Look, Latino Slant's monetization stream is on Tuesday, guys. So block out some time in your calendar to swing by his
I
channel.
got bigger cojones than you. Come on and get me.
Did you say
Yeah.
Tuesday? Okay.
Tuesday, yeah, check it out. I think I want to say 7 to probably sometime between 7 and 9 p.m. Pacific. If I'm trying to guess, I'm trying to remember. Snorta Pupus Cuber says CSI Peoria. Yeah. Anyone else?
I've never. I don't watch CSI.
That's a joke because of Law and Order and SVU and all these other shows.
I don't know how old you are, AFK Bard, but yeah, CBS has always been the geriatric channel. I mean, that's just a given.
Pretty much. I remember I heard about NCIS first because my grandma said, "Oh, there's this handsome gentleman on this show on CBS that used to be on this other show that I watched." And I realized it was Mark Harmon, who's like been there the whole time, right? Is he still there? Like, did they wheel him out?
I'm talking about Miami Vice or whatever.
Yeah, they still wheel him out for every show. So yeah, he's still there. Yeah, and you know what? He's still pretty good looking. I mean, for his age and stuff. Yeah. Cal G's like, there's only 4 CSI shows: CSI Miami, CSI New York, and CSI Cyber. Well, they're relaunching CSI Vegas with William Peterson.
Well, isn't NCIS still kind of technically a part of that?
I know.
No, NCIS was its own thing. It was NCIS, NCIS LA, NCIS
Too many.
New Orleans. And I don't know, they tried to do something else. But the cool thing about LA was that they had LL Cool J, was it?
LL Cool J.
And the guy who played Robin, Chris O'Donnell. I remember seeing the first episode and going, that guy looks like a really old Robin. He looks so familiar. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it is a really old Robin. Cool. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here, this is something I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't find anything substantial to talk about. Glinzer for $5 says that trailer for Jupiter's Legacy. Meh. Haven't we reached superhero burnout yet? This is probably the correct question. John, are you stoked for superhero properties anymore? Is this something that you're dying to see?
Nope.
No.
I mean, as much as I should be, I guess. No, I don't know. It's even. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was kind of it was a breath of fresh air in the sense of like, oh, it's cool to see a director get to do what he wants to do and not have a studio, put his arm behind his back. But overall, there's what do we got on the map or the horizon? Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, I'm just not thrilled or excited about anything. It's like, yeah, I'll watch it, but it's not like, man, I can't wait till that movie comes out.
I've never even heard of this Jupiter's Legacy movie.
Yeah,
series or whatever the hell it's
probably
called.
won't even watch it.
But it features some stars that were pretty interesting. I don't know.
I would say it should fall into the advertising or how they end up marketing it, because there are some movies that I think do better when you don't say that they are like based on a comic. Like sometimes it's just like a really good sci-fi action movie is a really good sci-fi action movie that you might know is based on. And in a world where there are people who are going to be really fatigued with all this, a new Marvel, a new DC. Maybe you can slide this stuff in and it can still be really good. But I think that I'm tired of mostly the advertising for it. The like fluffing everything up and making everything sound super awesome because it's in this huge world of all this other awesome stuff. And I'm just like, dude, if you sell it to me as a good movie and it's a good movie, then that's a good movie for me. But you won't be able to sell it to me, at least for me, on it being a superhero movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential out there, right? Because we have these great creators in the community. Obviously Ethan was here, EVS, with Cyberfrog. I would love to watch a proper Cyberfrog entity in the world, right? Because I mean, you have intriguing ideas and things that are there. But if you're just going to regurgitate the same tropes that we've been getting with the same kind of characters, that's stuff that I tap out on, right? I mean,
yeah.
Agreed.
Tom?
I like superhero movies. I don't know what this Jupiter thing is. As far as superhero fatigue, it may have set in some places, in some ways, but I feel like we're a little ways away yet from full-on superhero fatigue. I mean, we have to have a lot of major technical flops in a row before they're like, okay, that's enough of that. And believe me, a lot of the producers in Hollywood would love to get rid of these superhero movies because they're expensive and they take a lot of work to make. And the return on them isn't always that great. Sure, they make $1 billion, but when you got to spend $300-400 million to make them and advertise them and all that kind of shit. Yeah, it's not. They're not making nearly the kind of profit as they do off of something like Baby Driver,
right?
Or even Joker for that matter.
Joker was playing it.
But even Warner was pissed about that because that was so many production companies behind it that they got only a small cut of that $1 billion.
Well, they should have backed the whole thing. I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's just the sad truth of it.
$55 million to make something that grossed $1 billion. I mean, wow.
That's like what? Almost 1 billion% profit. Damn.
Crazy.
It's insane. It's just nuts. But
I heard Todd Phillips made
$100
million. The director, he made $100 million.
Yeah, he did everything really well for that. Yeah. Right. And Soul Assassin, Doctor Strange 2 is something that people have been looking forward to because of the director. But do you think that's going to be the saving grace, knowing where the MCU is headed? I don't know.
I was looking forward to it until the end of WandaVision, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm looking forward to this now. This looks like it's going to be shit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Valiant said he sent you a super chat a while back that hasn't popped up.
Can you also share my screen, Culture? Possibly.
Yeah, of course. Did you show it? You whipped it out. I'll whip it out for you. There you go.
So this is the show apparently. And I'm always weary of Netflix like superhero films or anything really, because they always have a tendency to cancel stuff if it doesn't do well enough. So it's like, oh, let's get invested in this, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's canceled. But so it's a series. That yeah. So this is the pictures.
It's just like I've never heard of the comic book to begin with, so
Yeah,
right.
I've never
That's my
heard of it.
issue with a lot of this stuff is like if it's stuff that I don't care about or I've never heard of, then whatever. There's tons of stuff that I have that still hasn't seen the light of day as far as a comic book movie.
Based on the acclaimed graphic novels by Mark Miller and Frank Quietly, Jupiter's Legacy follows the intergenerational drama of the world's foremost superhero family. It's a clash of big personalities, and those personalities are on full display in these posters. It's just like, I don't know. I'm so over superhero stuff. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Just like, I'm bored. Next.
I think a lot of people are there, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people have tapped out on superhero films, and I can't, I don't blame anyone for giving up on them. And Valiant Renegade, I just checked the back end, and it's not there either. So we'll pay attention to the chat. Maybe it'll pop up here in a couple of minutes. So.
Did look like Tom Hanks. Jesse Miller at Crow's Nest said the guy in the middle looked like Tom Hanks. Was that Tom Hanks?
Isn't he in Greece?
No,
Oh, it looked like him.
that wasn't.
But
No, that was John Travolta.
So I think
superhero fever.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, I think I'll take a look at it, but I'm not going to commit to watching anything. I have so much other things that are taking precedent over my viewership right now that we'll have to see. I love this. Everybody's like, CSI Fargo. I know it's out of control.
Why don't we get that fancy dancy machine? Yeah, the one that tells us all about how the murder was done. Yeah, then we don't have to do nothing. Yeah,
That would
don't
be
you
awesome.
know it works?
We get CSI Antarctica. It's just a shot, just the single shot of Antarctica for 60 minutes.
That's right. Nothing's happening. That'd be awesome. Be great. Kai MFS for $2. Storyman Jack beat you to reviewing my book. Yes, he did. But I'm doing something special for my book report, Kai. Something special. I might do it in a 6-minute daily. That's how special it's going to be. Bruce Lombardo for $4.99 says, Nita Infinity, you should read the book Summer of Night by Dan Simmons. It has enough innocence of kids and violence to please everyone.
Go watch My Girl. They kill that fucking Home Alone kid.
I love My
I was
Girl.
thinking about that the other day.
Yes.
See, Nina just
that was
loves
an
kids
amazing
getting
movie.
killed.
Told
She
you
just
to
wants to see.
watch your kids.
It was amazing because I was like, it had consequences. It broke my heart. I was like,
get that little fucker.
I'm like, why do people want to watch? I was thinking about that movie. It's like, why do people want to watch movies like this?
I don't
Like,
know.
It's just, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes, is it to feel something? Is that what it is? Are we
Yes.
so emotionally just,
Bereft.
Mind you, I watched like My Girl maybe once. Like I watched it once, maybe twice in my entire life, and that's enough. Like I'll never watch that movie again. But it's just
But she's watched the end like 12 times.
yeah, I put it on replay.
Dude, that movie I saw one time and it scarred me when I was like, I saw
That's
it and I
what
was
I'm saying.
sobbing. Because all I hear her going is his glasses. Where's his glasses? He can't see without his glasses.
Oh my god, that scene scarred me.
Thomas
That's what I'm
Jane.
talking about. I want a movie to have that effect, like, make me feel something. Kid's dead. I'm like, oh my god.
There you go. No, but I think it is good if a movie does actually elicit, some response from you, right? Like if a movie doesn't make you feel anything, I think it's probably failed. Or if it doesn't make you think or it doesn't make you feel something, then it's just something that's going to be forgettable probably at the end of the day.
Also, Bruce, Dan Simmons is one of my favorite authors, so I definitely will check it out. Thank you.
This is the road we're headed down, Jeremy Coleman. Oh my God. CSI Google corporate. You guys are on fire in the chat. I don't even know.
Hey, I'd watch that.
Nina needs to watch the original Battle Royale. Either that or Lord of the Flies, right? There's a lot of
I love Lord of the Flies. So I've read the book too. So
kid murder.
Piggy. I bet you loved it when Piggy died.
As a guy that wears
once they
really,
rolled that rock, Nina's like, yes.
Take that.
yeah, as a
Oh
kid
my
that wore
God.
really thick glasses, I always found that movie highly disturbing.
I did too.
Well, speaking of highly disturbing, or maybe not, but just how about more interesting than all else is probably the last subject we'll be able to talk about. I threw out like 7 things to talk about today, and we're not going to get through all of them. So let's just go to one that is kind of interesting, right? So add to stream. Lucasfilm hasn't used the Star Wars Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram accounts in over a week.
Thank God.
Something that's very interesting about
Nobody
that.
noticed.
Nobody cares.
Something that's very interesting about that before we get into the article, because watching Clownfish TV cover it, is that the U.S. Twitter account hasn't been active, but the UK Twitter account has. They've been doing everything that the US Twitter account should have been doing, basically.
Oh, well, that makes it kind of very interesting, but there are a lot of interesting things in this article. So real quickly, we'll cover on a couple. This is again from the 11th, I believe, which was yesterday, right? Yeah. No, wait, is it from yesterday or today?
It's today. Today's the 11th.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, anyway, it says today was Daisy Ridley's. Many on Twitter were wishing the Rey actress a happy birthday, but the official Star Wars Twitter account was silent yesterday. Star Wars action figures as part of their FanFest 2021 event, and I'm going to go off screen because I'm having issues. So let's fix that. Let's see, yesterday. Okay. But the official Star Wars Twitter account was silent. In fact, the official U.S. Star Wars account hasn't posted anything since Thursday, April 1st. The last post was announced of a Star Wars version of the Odyssey. And here that is. Contrast this with the Star Wars UK Twitter account, which had posted much more recently, about 2 days ago. Talking about season 4, the galaxy is plunged deeper into turmoil. Obi-Wan Kenobi must go undercover, and the Jedi and their clone troopers wage war across numerous exotic planets, and past villains reemerge. So here we go. So what's going on here? Other Lucasfilm-run Star Wars social accounts have also been viciously silent, including Facebook and Instagram. Both of them stopped posting approximately the same time as the Star Wars Twitter account. As of the writing of this article, the last Instagram post was March 31st, and the last Facebook post was identical to the Twitter post on April 1st. We don't have to look at those. The Star Wars YouTube channel continues to post content. In fact, they posted something 2 days ago, which, of course, many people downvoted and commented on. But it's mostly getting downvoted to oblivion, like most of their previous videos. The blog on StarWars.com has been fairly active as well, but none of those articles have been pushed on social media. It's possible that whoever is in charge of those accounts is simply taking a break, or Lucasfilm didn't feel it had much to post. But again, Daisy Ridley's birthday isn't something you'd think they would ignore, even if they ignored several other original trilogy actors. And you would think they'd want to at least retweet some of Hasbro's announcements. But nothing. Silence. Now, Disney has reportedly was reportedly looking to hire a new social media manager for Star Wars, but that was several months ago, and you'd think that position would have been filled by now. Or was it? And it didn't go well. Remember, it was only a couple of months ago that Christina Ariel situation exploded with a Star Wars Twitter post throwing gasoline on the fire, and the Star Wars Twitter account was called out for ignoring the birthdays of actors like James Earl Jones while making a point of celebrating others. Perhaps a higher up at Disney wasn't happy with how Star Wars social media is being handled these days, and Lucasfilm is already looking for a replacement, or not. Of course, that could just be my tinfoil mouse ears acting up. Someone must have revved up the microwave again. Either way, it's odd for a brand like Star Wars to go radio silent for this long, especially when there's so much Star Wars news to tweet about. So what's up? So there you go. Thoughts, anyone, on why they all of a sudden have decided to go dark?
Hopefully, because they fired everyone.
My guess is that, well, for that reason, is that they're getting a lot of flack over it because, you know, the thing is that the Star Wars US Twitter account, they've had they've made bad tweets. They've had bad history of forgetting or ignoring people's birthdays. Like they just ignored Billy D. Williams' birthday. They ignored James Earl Jones' birthday. They even ignored Pedro Pascal's birthday as well. On top of that, you know, the whole things with, you know, Christina Ariel, Justina Ireland, them coming out in support of that, them making tweets in support of, like, you know, Black History Month or Pride Month or something like that, and then they getting called out for, you know, stuff being just the blatant hypocrisy and such like that. I think that's the reason they're going silent, because they know that the next thing they post, they're going to get a lot of flack for.
Yeah. John?
Yeah, I just have, you know, I almost think it's a matter of, and it could be that they just fired and got whoever they had on the social media team out of there because like, you suck. We need to find somebody else. But you still, I mean, Daisy Ridley, I mean, this is somebody from their trilogy. So I'm wondering if they're like, you know, we effed up because we missed James Earl Jones. We've missed some other actors from the original trilogy. So Daisy, we're not going to be putting you out there either, just so we're fair, you know, that we're just missing all of these birthdays. I don't know. Maybe they're not going to acknowledge birthdays anymore, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, especially the James Earl Jones. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Seriously, whoever is in charge of the social media, the opportunity that you missed there. I mean, come on. I'm sure you're always looking for content to post, I imagine. And it's like, that's just a gimme. That's just like obvious. Like, celebrate the man's birthday, for crying out loud.
Well, he's the most iconic. He's the most iconic character in the series.
Yeah.
I mean, it's freaking Darth Vader.
I don't know. Yeah, whoever missed that, I mean, you could argue they deserve to be fired. You know, How do you miss that?
I don't know.
Even after if you see James Earl, like, you should be following other accounts that are following Star Wars and seeing that people are acknowledging James Earl Jones's birthday, and then being like, oh, okay, I got to get something up for James Earl Jones. You know, at least get it out there on that day, please.
Well, yeah. Well, that was the thing, John, was that, you know, because they celebrated Rose Tico's birthday. I mean, Kelly Marie Tran's birthday, and her and James Earl Jones share the same birthday. They just refused to, either they forgot. No, they didn't forget. They just refused to acknowledge his birthday, and they did the same thing for Billy D. Williams. So there was some speculation that it's because, you know, James Earl Jones, he might be a Republican, or in Billy D. Williams' case, they didn't acknowledge his birthday because he defended Gina Carano. It's just, it seems there's just a lot of what it seems like is there might be just something going on behind the scenes with social media, because it's what I meant when I brought up the UK Twitter account, because the UK acknowledged everybody's birthdays. They kept posting, they continue to post. It's just weird that we're not seeing it from the US account.
Yeah, it's just
bizarre. People running the account. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not posting because they don't agree with somebody's political views or something like that, I mean, that's just stupid. Like, this is just, you know, your job is it has nothing to do with the movies itself. I mean, if there is some sort of agenda like that behind them not sharing their birthdays, that's just messed up. Disney, I mean, they've left so much money on the table over their dumb decisions. So I'm not surprised that they would do something like this either.
I'm not either.
That's all.
Tom.
Yeah, I mean, have a moment? We're having a moment of silence.
Why does everybody keep picking on me?
Well, because of what Culture said in the private.
I mean, you know, especially when James Earl Jones is the age that he is. Really, you know, a birthday's a big deal when you get that old.
Sure.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's fine. I was hoping that, you would be able to carry the discussion for a couple of minutes.
There's
but-
5 other fucking people here.
Great job, Tom.
And one of them is John Talks. It's in his
I know.
fucking name.
That's true.
I'll be changing that probably pretty soon.
Oh,
Probably
really?
a good
What's
idea.
it going to be? John Edits?
Yeah.
John Talks once in a while.
All right.
That's
Well,
what it's going
look,
to be called.
We've
Once
lost-
in a while.
I would say we've lost that loving feeling when it comes to Star Wars, and and because of that, we are able to vent our spleen at all these social media accounts in various places and tell them exactly what we think of what they've done to the most iconic property that's ever existed. And if you're Disney, you're in a no-win situation now, right? I mean, how do you get a win?
Well,
Stop being stupid.
Yeah, stop being stupid. Quit
I mean-
picking on your fans and quit, enough with this woke bullshit agenda.
Bam. There it is.
Yeah.
Fire
Like-
Kathleen Kennedy.
Someone
Yes,
with
please.
a brain needs to get in there and tell them to ship it up and get straight. Because they have they can work with so much, but they have so many idiots involved that they're not gonna get it done.
Yeah.
It's as easy as just like, dude, if you have someone running your Twitter account and you want something super basic, even just have them create like little calendar reminders for every single actor's birthday or director's birthday or anybody related to Star Wars, so that whenever it dings, they just update their little Twitter and voila, they got it covered. But
Ain't that hard.
They can't even do that.
No. Yeah, your Google Calendar will track all that for you. Don't even, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But we need to wind down, guys. We've been at it for about 90 minutes. I've monopolized all these incredible creators.
90 minutes? That's
That's
all?
nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
Glenzer had a really good comment here that I think we need to highlight.
Okay.
Xi Jinping's birthday is June 15th. Bet you Disney wishes him a happy birthday, says
Oh
Glenzer.
my God.
Wow. Where is that? I need this comment in my life.
Wow.
I need this comment in my life.
The chat is, darn it.
The chat's on fire.
Yeah, it's at 12:30.
Mickey Mao. Yeah, that's a good one.
Disney doesn't celebrate life. They celebrate death. The death of beloved franchises. Glenzer's on fire today. Holy cow.
Too bad Disney doesn't kill kids in their movies.
They would be better if they did.
Ate my hamster. Okay. That's kind of odd. And there it is. There's the comment. Xi Jinping's birthday is June 15th. Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for reading that, Wes.
Absolutely, I got a kick out of it.
John silenced. John is speechless. John talks infrequently.
There's only so many different ways you could talk about Disney. Just
John-
sucking.
John mostly listens.
I was laughing at those earlier.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to catch up. Nico Stevenson says, as long as there, no one is going to. I think that's probably true. Our best hope is Darth fade and leaves in October. Well, she's not leaving until Indy's gone. Tom, I mean, I want to believe this, but she's not leaving until Indy's done, right?
I don't even think she's gonna leave after.
She's never leaving. She'll be on the throne. She'll be on the throne to the very end.
Isn't Bob Iger still there? And to some degree, didn't
He's
he try to
practically
leave?
out the door.
He's on his way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he keeps saying that too, I feel like they just will never, ever, ever get rid of these people ever.
No, there's
I'm
too
still-
like Kathleen Kenny's got too many connections. I think she's just too.
Sure.
They'll never
Too much work.
fire.
Yeah, she's got everybody's skeletons in a little notebook, and she keeps reminding them every time they talk about removing her. They keep talking, she's like, oh, yeah, you remember on this date when you did this, and I got you coffee? Anyway, Ken Jack Ben says, all for pumpkins and pumpkins for all. Thank you, Ken Jack Ben. Pumpkins for everybody, everyone. So, Xavier Morales says, hey, it's John Talks on Casino Castle. Awesome. Guys are great. Disney the Pooh should tweet B-Day wishes to Xi Jinping with Winnie the Pooh emoticon. Well, I think we should all do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
John speaks moistly. I like that one.
I was cracking up about that one.
That's funny.
Welcome. Thank you, Fat Steven Seagal beat up Twitter for a Canadian $2. Welcome to John Doxes himself.
Hey, Fat Steven.
Hello.
Hey, Fat Steven.
John briefly shows nudity on his channel and then promptly deletes the video. I remember that.
Done that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all have oopsed.
Yeah, we had a Trekking on Tuesday where I didn't edit out all the naughty bits on the porn parody we were covering. Oops.
Small error.
John, didn't you accidentally show Ray Park's dingling during the controversy on that stream?
Well, the porno issue, you'll have an issue because you can only edit it in 15-minute increments at a time, and you got to keep coming back to it. And,
yeah, we went through that episode of Trekking on Tuesday very quickly that night. So there wasn't a lot of content that didn't involve apparently other human and alien beings.
Well, when it happened on John's stream, it was like a brief moment. John's like, "We're out," just.
Nina's just cracking up, and I'm like, I'm gonna get. YouTube is going to. Well, technically, it didn't show anything because it was in this girl's mouth. So
right,
yeah, that's
you couldn't really see anything.
You couldn't really tell.
So I don't know. I'm not.
I was watching in real time. I'm like, well, there goes John's channel.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, so this is how it ends.
Not with a
blow.
Not thunderous applause, that's for sure. Yeah,
no thunderous applause.
It really would have sucked.
With a gagging sound. With a gagging sound. Kip Ellis sends us a super sticker. It's a doom of corn. Thank you for that.
All right.
Well, we're winding down, guys. What? Oh, wait. Machine's going to do the ever famous doom of corn. Wait. Go ahead, Mach. Thank you, Machini. Machini 90, everybody. He's the Doomicorn we all know.
Bravo.
Not the Doomicorn we need, but the Doomicorn we deserve.
Absolutely. Yeah. Culture Casino. I wouldn't be surprised if KK is the real head of Disney, not just the visible head of OD Lucasfilm. Yeah.
So you're saying that if this was a boss fight, it should be like phase 3.
I don't know. I feel like Chapek's hand is showing at Disney very clearly because he's such a penny pincher. I think you're seeing that in almost every other aspect of the company right now. They are so focused on streaming, and content development that they're not truly investing in other things. John Hub, yeah, that's another good name for John.
Lex Talks. It's got to be Lex Talks now.
Yeah, you know what? John looks really. Look at how classic that. He's got a classic look going with the Flash T-shirt. I love it. But all right, guys, let's wind down. I want to say thank you to all of our very special guests. I want to start with the man of midnight, one of our favorite people on YouTube, and someone who celebrated 200K with the channel that he's a part of. Our friend Tom from Midnight's Edge.
I'm not that old.
200K. I know how many subscribers, dude.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. Thank you. What am I doing?
Say words. You're gonna, you're playing yourself.
Can you feel the love tonight?
I think we've got to have Bat Tom. We've got to
sing your own song.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
What does everybody want from me? I'm sleeping.
Oh, that's right. You work nights, don't you?
Yes.
Oh,
right. Late nights.
People were requesting that you team up with Super Whores.
Yes.
Where?
I don't know.
And what is so super about them?
I don't know.
Will they rip my penis off?
Their boobs.
Oh no.
Wow.
These are important questions.
All right. You guys.
I'm not called the world's greatest detective for no good reason.
Is there anything you want to promote, Bat Tom? Anything at all?
Their boobs
wanna
are
prove-
supersized.
Oh, I want to promote good health. Wash your hands. Listen here, folks. Oh,
Okay, very
and
good.
don't drink my beer.
Okay, yeah, that's good tip.
Sound advice.
Good tip.
There you
All
go.
right, now we move on from the greatest Bat Tom hero that we could have asked for, and also Tom, to the artist of Rogue Entertainment and a talented creator in his own right, our friend Mocking90.
Hey guys, yeah, I know. Usually I'd step out, but I'm sorry about the noise. I'm still trying to set up. We're trying to get everything all set up, so apologies for that. Thank you guys for letting me be on here. Of course, especially beyond with John and Nina. Of course, love you guys so much. I am Mocking90, artist of Rogue Entertainment, one of the main mods of Rogue Entertainment. You can find me on YouTube where I do draw streams and time series every week. I got a draw stream to go set up and get ready because my guest is here, and this way I had to extend it a little out further just so we can find something up. But before I go, I want to share it. I'll share it to you guys. So today is an artist spotlight draw stream. So I'm going to be chatting with a special artist, a good friend of mine. Her name is Ari Dynamics. I'll show a bit of her work on Panel of Culture. Will let me share screen. So this is some of her stuff. So we'll definitely check that out. We're going to be on stream right after this show. So guys, if you guys like what you're seeing, if you want to see more of her work and just watch the stream, we'll chat, have some fun. And yeah, so hope to see you guys there.
Good
Anyway,
stuff.
Thank you guys so much.
That's good.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, guys, I highlighted that comment a minute ago because we lost about 30 likes.
Oh no.
Oh wow,
Only
we
9
did. It's true.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
What the
it's
heck?
YouTube's being a jerk.
Yeah, because it was like 97 the last time I saw it.
Yeah, we were almost at 100. We had over 100 viewers most of the time, not most of the time, but for a pretty decent period of time. I don't know what's going on. YouTube's definitely got some issues, and I feel for all of you that have been here because you've made an amazing show. But to that point, let's go ahead and have our friend Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. My friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, I think the issue isn't that YouTube has issues. I think the issue is that YouTube has issues with us, but that's neither here nor there. I am Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast to talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams, and I'll vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast. I am working on an animated project right now called The Conspiracy Guy Chronicles. The editing process is making me feel slightly retarded, but hopefully at some point I'll be able to cobble together an episode and the world will be able to see it. Thanks to the amazing panel on here, Culture Casino, John Talks, Tom, Nina Infinity, Mocking90. Did I miss anybody?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Now what did I do?
You're fine.
Just being awesome, Tom. Keep being you. And the amazing chat that we have here, the best chat on YouTube. Thank you. We love you. See ya.
Thank you.
You know,
Very
likes
much.
don't come cheap. They got to get them from somewhere to give to the president in Star Wars. They got to take them from us.
That's true.
And the president of the United States. Oh shit, sorry about that.
Who said that?
You mean the former vice president?
Yeah, the former vice president.
Well, the AFK Bard is with us again, and I wish you would do more, but I'm sure you are in the future. So talk about that.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm not getting much done as far as any schedule scope or anything solid on my channel, just because my work life has been really busy, and whenever I'm not working, I tend to want to slack off. So that's kind of my bad. But I've been posting random unboxing videos because those are easy because I waste my money anyways, and I have stuff, so why not record it? So you'll be able to see stuff pop up occasionally for that. Like I just posted me opening a Hot Toys figure for Iron Man 2. It was Tony Stark. I get all this stuff from watching Az and Robert Martinet on their Hot Toys thing. And I don't know. it's a thing that I'm doing right now. I was reading for a long time. I was doing movie reviews, but the only thing I can commit to is not committing to anything. But I was so.
There you go. Well, AFK, I can't wait for you to come back and do a number on all of us with your great content. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring in somebody who gives us infinite hope, at least once a week. Nina Infinity.
Thank you so much for inviting me to today's show, Culture. It's been a pleasure to be here. And yes, I bring you good news on Fridays on my channel, 3:45 Eastern. And I do the opposite on Wednesdays, where I talk about the craziest shit that's happening in the world. And we swear a lot. And yeah, I do that show with John. And this week will be on his channel. So that's Infinite Talk. And again, thank you so much for inviting me. Later tonight, you can catch me on my channel talking about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Jane Theory, Scott from Sporking News podcast, and Mysteries of Martin. So if you're interested in that, come check us out.
Yeah, and I intentionally did not cover anything with Falcon and Winter Soldier on my show because it would have led to an argument. But that's all right. And now we have probably one of the best creators that I've ever found on the platform, a man who doesn't need an introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. It's John from John Talks.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Culture. Yeah, you can find me on John Talks. But right now, I really want to take the opportunity to share my friend's Indiegogo campaign, Fatal J. If you guys have not invested in Ninja Blast, yeah, I highly recommend it. He's already crushed his goal, but he's obviously got some more tiers, and so he's got 24 days left on the campaign. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I think I'm modded, so yeah, I just wanted to take this opportunity to share Fatal J's book. So if you guys haven't got it yet, pick it up.
Yeah, thank you very much for promoting him, because Fatal J's been just amazing in this community, and he's such a good guy. I have to say, I was really thrilled to back his book right away on day one. I know a lot of us already have, so thank you for doing that, John. Are you a mod? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't think I am.
I think actually, you know what? Matt G got it up in the chat, guys.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, Thank you.
Matt G dropped it, so we're good to go.
Oh my God, Matt G is a mod, and he's doing lots of good things.
Oh my God, yeah, and Parrot Head, of course, you can drop that in the chat. Absolutely, that yes. We lost a computer, guys. The Supreme Heretic. Also known as Drew Taylor, a man who works for Bounding Into Comics and on so many other things, lost his computer to I don't know, a faulty power supply, I would imagine. It took out his motherboard. So he's without computer. He's going to be doing everything he does by phone, which is really hard to do. So he is also campaigning with a small fundraiser to help repair and or replace said dead machine. So, but with that said, I want to say thank you all to all of my panelists for being here. It's an extra special pleasure. Unfortunately, we had a couple people that didn't join us today. We hope to get Mandy Summers another time, since she obviously couldn't join us at this time. But beyond that, also a special thank you for stopping by and waving at everybody, because he brought his ray of sunshine, the human ray of sunshine, to the game. Thank you all for being here, and I'll say what I always on the way out the door. And also say this: the credits have been updated, except for Brightest Day, who just added. Will have to be added today. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.